welcome to Gab and Jam, episode 266.
And what are we talking about today?
All right, our big topic for Podmas 2022 is principles of minimalism and the DIY rockstar. But today we're talking again about finances, but instead of yesterday's was spend less, today is save more.
Okay.
All right, so one of the ways to, I guess, have more mental margin, we talked a little bit about yesterday, is to have fewer debt, and so I also say fewer bills, period.
Yeah.
And so some ways to make this work where even though it's minimalism, it seems very enjoyable because that's always our kind of our slant on it is getting more out of less, but still enjoying the process, is to gamify. And your question was?
What is gamify?
What is gamify? Okay, so gamify is to turn things that seem like they would be stressful into something that is more like a game, more of a competition. So there are things like no spend months.
Okay.
Where families decide, you could check YouTube, where they just say, I'm not going to spend anything extra on entertainment. So we're going to play board games, or I'm not going to do any takeout this month, or I'm not going to buy any clothes this month. They take care of their main bills.
Yeah.
But then they don't spend any extra, and then they take that money and save. Like if they want to do a trip, if they want to buy, a new dirt bike, whatever it is that they want to do, that would be a higher ticket item.
Yeah.
If they take a couple months of the no spend, then they can do that. So I kind of, and I kind of like that. So I've been doing that because I'm a clearance rack junkie. So I have in the last few months kind of cut that away. I prefer now to get my toes done. So a lot of times I'll take the money I would have spent on the clearance rack with some more junk, some more clothes.
Yeah.
And I will say, I'm going to get my toes did today. So gamify it. One of the other ways is to make it social, so you can compete against other people in like Facebook groups, like, hey, how many, who saved the most this month, that kind of thing. Or they talked about accountability partners. So, tell people, like I tell you often, like, this is kind of my goal for this, that, and the other. And then that kind of helps me. And I know sometimes you say, well, you don't have to tell me, you can just do it.
Right.
But it makes me feel like I owe you to try to live up. I owe me, but I owe you because I've told you about it. I don't want to be one of those people that just saying a bunch of stuff and not living up to it. So that kind of makes me feel like I'm accountable to my words.
Okay.
So, and I know that it's a psychological thing and you don't care, but it makes me feel better.
Okay.
And then I can say I actually did that. And then the other part is, we talked about this yesterday, look for sales on things you already plan to buy. So I don't buy soda or paper towels on days when there's no sale.
Yeah.
Because they do sales every other week. So why would I buy soda at full price when I know next week they're going to have it on sale?
Right.
So kind of what we talked about last episode, I will have more money to spend. I will allot more money on the weeks when they have the sale and just buy double.
Yeah.
But that saves in the long run.
Right.
So just things like that. Like, why would I spend more? That's dumb. I don't know. And then finally, canceling unnecessary subscriptions. I know
that's huge.
One of the podcast was saying that he lined up all of his Netflix, Paramount Plus, Apple Plus, all of the streaming services, and realized he was spending like $300 a month.
Yeah,
Spotify and the this and the that and the other. And so his method was, now some of these other people say swap out, like, hey, have 5.
Yeah.
But his method was he cut all of them and then said, which one am I saying I just can't live without?
Okay.
So then he ended up with like YouTube with no commercials. He ended up with, but it was just like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Versus if he had done like the 5 method.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's like, I'm so much happier, but I'm spending so much less.
Yeah.
I don't even notice that those are missing.
Yeah.
So that was a way to do it. And I'm like, that works.
Yeah.
So again, we're on this how to incorporate minimalism principles into the DIY rockstar lifestyle, which is unique. It's not faithful to what a lot of people think is minimalism.
Yeah.
But it helps you live better, more intentional lives.
Yeah.
And that's what we're always after.
Yeah, and if you want to take a deep dive into minimalism, please, people, I hope you're commenting along the way. And then, you can kind of tip people off. Like, hey, this person can really take you down a deep dive down minimalism, whatever it might be. So,
especially as an artist. We love it. If you dig the vibe and you want to be a part of the tribe, be sure to
subscribe.
We're wishing you love, peace, and
peace.